Hello and welcome, everyone. I won't spend time introducing myself in detail, but let me start with something important. We are continuously researching how to help students stay motivated in their studies by making the learning process as fun, filled, simple, and effortless as much as possible. As you see, every student is different. Many students don't enjoy studying, and that's completely normal. Some are genuinely passionate about learning, some are hardworking but don't see results, and others simply aren't interested in academics. So we've built a framework to include all types of students, no matter what their learning style or motivation level. We give a special focus. How can an average student succeed? It's easy for top-performing students, but we're committed to helping those in the middle bracket, those who often struggle the most. We believe that success starts by activating something every person has inside them, the survival instinct. That's what we try to awaken and nurture through our programs. Let me share my screen and show you some of the resources we've created. So here's the foundation of our academy. We've blended two powerful philosophies. One, Western technology, known for its innovation and precision. Two, Eastern mindfulness, rooted in self-awareness, discipline, and calm. We combine these two to create a harmonious and holistic learning experience. Along with that, we've added two more strengths: affordability and a structured process. So our four core pillars are: one, effective technology; two, mindfulness; three, cost-effectiveness; four, process-oriented learning. Let's go through them one by one. Technology. We use animated learning tools to make difficult concepts like physics, chemistry, biology easier to visualize. Let's say you are trying to understand directions of angular velocity in rotational dynamics. When you are reading from the book, it may sound abstract. Let me show you a quick animation. When students see it animated, it clicks instantly. That tangential arrow indicates linear velocity, while central arrow indicates angular velocity. Another major use of technology in our academy is the creation of simplified study materials. Subjects like biology, chemistry can be overwhelming as they involve pages and pages of dense theory that are hard to retain. Let's say you start studying solid-state classification. I've condensed the first 6-7 pages into a 1-2 page summary as shown below. Basically, the core idea is this: solids are broadly classified into crystalline and amorphous solids. Crystalline solids can further be divided into 4 types based on the type of intermolecular forces. To make them easier to remember, we use acronyms. In this case, I can make metal. Each word represents 1 types of crystalline solids. In order, I stands for iconic, C for covalent. We transform those so-called difficult chapters into a fun and engaging story. Now let me show our robust, process-oriented learning. Every student who joins us follows a defined process. Note-taking is mandatory. It's a form of active listening and proof of attention. Teachers, review your notes to find gaps in understanding. No time limits on classes. If it takes 3 hours to master a topic, we'll take that time. The goal is understanding, not clocking out. Class recordings are provided so students can revisit key moments anytime. Two-way interaction is essential. Students are encouraged to ask questions, and teachers regularly check for comprehension. Let me explain one by one. Taking notes is mandatory for all students here. Every student must take notes during class. It's a non-negotiable rule. Notes equals mindful learning. Taking notes is viewed as a form of meditation. It keeps the student focused and engaged. Proof of attention. Writing notes shows the teacher that the student is actively listening. Simply attending without writing doesn't confirm engagement. Teacher verification. Teachers will review student notes regularly, ensure participation, identify gaps in understanding. So you are receiving personalized attention through note verification process. We will show you a quick note-taking methodology to help you take notes easily and effectively. Next big thing is there's no fixed time limit for a class. While a typical session might be at least 1 hour, it can go longer, 2, 3, even 4 hours if needed. The focus is on making sure the student has fully understood the concept, not just completing the class in a set time. Students can take their time, ask questions, and learn at their own pace. They leave the class only after they've truly grasped the topic. The goal is deep understanding, not just ticking off the clock. This process ensures that students are not passively attending, but are mentally present and accountable during learning. Another important process we follow is class recording. All classes are recorded, and teachers will point out specific important moments that students should rewatch at home. For example, the recorded physics lecture from 15 to 25 minutes is very important. This helps students revisit difficult concepts, especially in subjects like physics, and understand them better at their own pace. The goal is to use recordings as a tool for reinforcement and deeper learning. Our next big pillar is nurturing mindfulness. Mindfulness is essential for effective learning. In class, students demonstrate mindfulness by taking notes, which helps them stay focused and engaged. Additionally, a brief meditation through simple breathing exercises is strongly encouraged at our academy to enhance concentration. Breathing techniques, mindful inhaling and exhaling, are a common part of meditation and help students remain calm, attentive, and better prepared to absorb new information. Let me explain why this is important. Our breathing changes with our mood. We breathe differently when we're angry, happy, or focused. Meditation uses this idea in reverse. By practicing specific breathing patterns, we can shift our mood and become calm or focused. That's all meditation really is, controlled breathing to influence your mental state. There are thousands of meditation techniques, but the goal is the same, to help you feel better and concentrate more. We use a very simple breathing exercise to help students regain focus when they feel distracted. There are no strict rules. You can do it anytime, anywhere. 1, pause. 2, take a deep breath in. 3, count each breath mindfully. 4, then breath out mindfully. At first, your mind may wander after 10-15 breaths, but with practice, you'll be able to focus for longer, like reaching 120 breaths, which shows you're gaining control over your thoughts. Practice this for just 2-3 minutes in class, not as a full meditation session, but as a quick tool to stay focused. It's a small habit with big benefits for attention and mental clarity. Lastly, let's talk about cost. Our per session cost is just 175 rupees with no time limit. This makes it affordable for everyone, especially when you compare it with other coaching classes charging far more for far less personalization. That's everything from my end for now. If anyone has questions, I'd be happy to answer. Otherwise, I'd love to invite our next speaker. Cecilia, ma'am, would you like to add your thoughts?
So that was a lovely presentation. We actually understood pretty much every part of it pretty well. The 4 pillars that we have in our academy. Well, what do we have in our academy which other academies do not have? Something which we offer, and that makes our students lead, become pioneers in their respective fields. So, of course, like Sir just picked up, ended with the point of meditation, right? So we have that as the very beginning. Like we are connected not only to ourselves, but to our teachers. And this entire process, whether it be the meditation, whether it be the note taking, the note giving, and the verification of the notes by each of the teachers, we go through the notes, we figure out if the students are actually following the class. We figure out if you are able to follow each and every single, we do not want to miss out on anything. And this is where we come to help. We do not let you miss out. We assure you that we are going to be here And regardless of what you're facing, we are going to help you with every single opportunity, starting from teachers, verification of the notes, the fact that you are understanding, because this is going to be a bilateral process. We give you effort, you give us the effort. You take the notes, we verify the notes. We teach you, and you learn that. And of course, and we do that compared to all other platforms. We make it a point that we are keeping it very, very cost effective. Because once again, why should you come to us if it is not cost effective and becoming too professional? There is a lot of emotion that comes with teaching and connecting. So that teaching, that connecting is something that we are trying to do. Of course, sir has covered each of the points in very detailed format, which shows all the pillars and all the note taking, the note making. Of course, the entire way. I'm sure each of us have learned the solar system with saying, does anyone of you, like over here, whoever is present, do any one of you know how we learned the solar system, the name of the planets in sequence? अभी तक हम जो कुछ भी बोल रहे थे समझ में आ रहा था. Oh, Shruti or Smriti, hi.
Hi.
Hi. So, how do you know about the solar system? Yeah, how do you learn the solar system?
Actually, there was a sentence which was like taught to us from our childhood. Like it was something like I don't actually remember fully, but it like the normal first words were my very intelligent mother that served me noodles. That
Correct.
was something like that.
Absolutely, absolutely. My very educated mother just served me noodles. So those abbreviations, like my, correct, absolutely correct, Smriti. I hope that I'm pronouncing your name right.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, it is
okay.
right.
So that's exactly what's how the entire thing was working out. So those little, in Bangla we say totka, or in Hindi, give me a word. Like those little tricks that we have, which help us learn better, to adapt better, and something that we are never going to forget. Shruti, how old are you?
I'm 14 years old.
Oh, you're 14. See, when I was 14, possibly I learned this poem back then. So I still remember, right? And this is exactly how it's going to be. Education can be fun, education can also be personal. And Smriti, it was lovely actually talking to you. It's actually good to see
Thank you so
people.
much.
It's actually lovely to see people and interact. And this is exactly what we do in this academy as well. We bridge the gap. We make sure that there's no gap in either education, in either emotional connectiveness, or anything that goes on. And of course, this makes us unique in its own way with the note taking. I'm sure if you took down this note and made your teacher verify, so your teacher would possibly, and you will also possibly remember, my very educated mother just served me noodles. Because that was something we even wrote down in our notebooks when I was like very, very young, which was like decades ago, possibly. So all of this kind of brings us back to the roots. Where do we come from? Where does our minds actually remember, retain information? So yeah, I will not bore you too much with the same things over and over again, because Sir has practically covered each of the points which we do in this academy. With, of course, keep that in mind, that we are taking help of technology so that there's no gap. Our teachers are always in hand, because you will need the help of technology to make sure that you're taking the notes properly, you're doing all of those things properly. There's no gap within the AI and the student, and there's no gap between the teacher and the student. So each of the gaps are filled. And then, of course, we are providing that with very, very low cost effectively. We do not charge for, like, until and unless the concepts are clear, we prioritize students and their understanding and their learning over the costs and the monetary expenses. And then, of course, we are also trying to keep you connected to yourselves, to the academics, and to the teachers with mindfulness. And with these four pillars that we have covered in Academy, well, I will be handing it over to the next speaker.